What's up, Crusaders? Welcome back to another episode of Arcade Crusade. Apologize for not having a video last week. I was just busy with a lot of stuff going on, but there is a video this week. This week's video is going to be another new pickup video. I ended up getting a new game. It's already down in the basement. It's set up and ready to go, which is pretty uncommon for me, so I'm actually pretty excited about it. And if you know me, I'm a big fan of what I got. So what I ended up picking up is a Lord of the Rings, and this is a Stern game from 2003, and normally it doesn't look like this. So this Lord of the Rings has a lot of mods to it. I got it for a pretty good price for what has been done to it, and I've been after one of these for a long time, and it's really hard to find one that's in good condition. Usually these things are beat because it's such a good game. They got played a lot when they came out. Lord of the Rings is a popular theme. There's a lot of things that factor into it, so this thing is pretty much decked out, and I got it for a really good deal. So basically now my pin lineup is, and I have everything off right now but Lord of the Rings. I got Whirlwind in the corner, Twilight Zone next to it, Whitewater, so I kind of alternated the toppers, and then Lord of the Rings here. So I picked this up. This was actually a guy on Pinside. He had it listed on Craigslist. He didn't have it listed on Pinside. I didn't know if he didn't want to deal with people on Pinside trying to talk him down, or what the case was exactly. But it's this guy Jason, who doesn't live too far from me. He had it on Craigslist for a pretty good deal, and it was completely decked out, and I went to go take a look at it, and this guy takes immaculate care of his games. I've talked to him about a couple games before, and I went to go take a look at it, and I said, all right, we got a deal. So I've had this for a couple weeks now. As you can see, my destroy ring is 21 seconds, and I've already got a pretty high grand champ on it. I was a couple gifts, actually one gift and one multi-ball away from making it to Valinor. So I'm getting pretty good at this game. But we'll just give kind of an overall look at it. So a couple of the mods has the speaker inserts for the One Ring, and behind them it's got the color changing speaker kit. This is my only game right now with a color DMD. I think I'm gonna get a color DMD for Twilight Zone as well. I don't think the dots on Whitewater really warrant a color DMD, but the animations on Twilight Zone are pretty good, and I think that game would look great with a color DMD. So I think I'm gonna do color DMD on Twilight Zone after seeing this one. But yeah, initially it has upgraded speakers, it has the ring speaker inserts, and color changers in the speakers, and this is all stuff I usually don't do, so I was pretty stoked that it had all of this. It has the flasher mod in the back box that flashes Sauron's eye with the Palantir, so they're linked together. It has an LED OCD board in it for the inserts. So Stern games from this era are known for having really bad ghosting, and this game is fully LED'd. So every single insert, GI, all LEDs, even the spotlights are LEDs. So it has a LED OCD board in it, and basically it just helps the insert bulbs not ghost, and they look a lot smoother when they do light shows and things like that. It's got NVRAM in it, color DMD, which we already touched. It has the Palantir mod right there that you can see the Eye of Sauron lighting up behind the Palantir. It has the Balrog whip mod, so that is actually a light that lights up during gameplay. So the Balrog's whip lights up. The game has full Cliffies. It has the Shire decal, so you got your Cliffy at your Gimli hole, Cliffy at the Shire, Cliffy at your Orthanc. I don't know if there's a Cliffy on the Palantir, the light Palantir hole back by Barad-dûr. I'm not too sure about that one. Trying to think what else it has. It has the Path of the Dead figures with the plexi. So all three figures. I had to glue two of them because they weren't holding that well, so I just glued those. Has some extra figures as well. The only thing that isn't LED, I left the green incandescents in Path of the Dead because I think they look cooler than LEDs would up there. And I left the red flasher up by the ring wraith because I think the red flasher looks cooler than an LED would. And LED flashers are just straight up blinding, man. It's so unnecessary. Let's see what else. This game was freshly waxed, rubbered, and flippers rebuilt in January, so I shouldn't have to do anything for a while. Oh, it has the silly old elf side blades. So we have a nice drawing of the Shire, into Rivendell, the Ents in Isengard, Prancing Pony on this side with some orcs, and I think it's Gandalf on an eagle. Gollum and the ring wraiths, and there's Merry, Pippin, Sam, and Frodo hiding under the tree with the ring wraith on the road. So very cool side blades in this game, and actually the side blades look so good I've been thinking about doing Twilight Zone. Flippers are the original flippers from 2003, the bats, but they have the sword decal on them. What I'd like to get is, I think pinballdecals.com makes gold flipper bats. So I'd really like to swap out the flipper bats for gold flipper bats to match the entire theme. And then I'd like to swap out my flipper buttons for gold flipper buttons. Yeah, that would be pretty nice. It has the protector from the Path of the Dead that drops down to the Shire nicely. It's got the protector there that keeps it in the ramp. Like I said, it's got the Shire decal. I'm trying to think what else it has. I may be missing a figure right here. I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm trying to think. I want to say there's a couple other mods that I cannot think of right now. It does not have the upgraded handle up by the Aragorn ramp, and it does not have the tip upgrade as well. Ramps are in great shape. Everything on this game is in great shape. It's super clean. This is the exact example that I would have wanted. And Lord of the Rings for me is this isn't my #1 theme in general. Doesn't matter, pinball, anything. I collect a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff, and I kind of held off on buying this game for so long because it's so expensive. But when one in this nice of condition pops up, you can't pass it up. So it has the gold trim around the back box. Boards are super clean. You know, NVRAM saving scores. And then really what sold me on it, so we already kind of looked at everything on the playfield. It's got green lights in the GI, and I'm not big on GI lights like that. And also the GI and the slingshot are a little dim. I think I might swap all of these to some clear frosted comets to light up the slingshot area, because this is actually a pretty dark game. So I might put some comets in there. But anyway, now to the main attraction, what sold me on this game. Everything has been powder coated on this game. The hinges for the back box, the side rails, the lockdown bar, the coin door, the shooter, bolts, legs, gold levelers, everything has been powder coated. So this is a full gold, completely golded out Lord of the Rings. Side art and back box art are in great shape. It has the one ring shooter rod, so it looks like a standard red classic pinball shooter rod, but then it has the ring around it. At some point I may replace this spring. It's a little tight. I don't know if it's the right spring, but gold there. We have powder coated silver on the Suzo Hap coin door for the bezels and the return flaps, and then the entire coin door is powder coated gold. Legs powder coated gold. We got our gold bolts, gold leg levelers. This thing is just completely decked out, and if I would have done all of this stuff myself, it would have cost me a lot more than what I paid for this game. So I'm really happy to have it in the collection. The Hobbit was one of the first books that I fell in love with when I was a kid. I read Lord of the Rings in high school, same thing. It's incredible. And then, you know, the movies it's my favorite trilogy ever made. So I was really happy to find this. and this is actually my first Stern, so I've been having some fun with it. I swapped out a few bulbs already, and I'm just gonna make a little tweaks here and there. I think my plan is play it as is. When it needs a good cleaning and tear down, I'll get gold flipper bats. I'll do gold flipper buttons instead of the red so it matches. I'll go ahead and swap a bunch of the clear posts. We'll get rid of the metal washers and put the clear plastic ones on, clear post there. So we'll just completely overhaul, re-rubber the game. I'll put glow-in-the-dark rubbers on the Path of the Dead. We'll do pretty much the whole works to it, and that should be just like a 1 hour tune-up video. So, 4 to 6 months from now, when this game needs a shopping, we will do a video on that. You can actually see one of the cool LED OCD modes right here. But anyway, yeah, when this game needs a full shopping, I'll fully rubber this thing. We'll put Titans on it. We'll put new flipper bats on it. We'll do everything that we need to do for this one. Maybe swap out the spring. We'll just give it a little tune-up. But the way it's playing right now, it is playing perfect. It's not going to need that for a long time. That's going to be something down the road when I feel like doing it. So very happy that I got this kind of right before, well, it was a few weeks into when quarantine started. So I've been playing it a bunch, but now we have an incredible lineup of pins here. I got my Simpsons here, little asteroids one-up with a modded spinner on this wall. And then I sold a couple arcade games to get this, so the Wizard of War is gone, and then I had a project in the garage that I sold. And then I sold some console games as well. So I've been selling stuff just to fund more pins. So 4 right now, hopefully we'll have 5, we'll see. I'm kind of shifting back to doing some arcade stuff. I'm hoping to find a Satan's Hollow, maybe a track and field. It's kind of nice to bounce between both hobbies because they are so similar but also different, and you deal with different people, you do a lot of different things. I just restored, well, I didn't restore this one, but I just completely rebuilt 3 pins all in like 4 to 5 months, probably 4 months. I rebuilt 3 pins from the ground up. So I wouldn't say I'm burnt out on working on pins, but it would be nice to do an arcade game. So I'm looking out for projects on that. Hopefully we'll have that. I think the next video we're gonna do a full arcade walkthrough. So I'm gonna walk you through every single game that I have down here, and what I paid for it, what I've done to it, all the work I had to do to it, stuff like that. But this was just a quick pickup video to show the Lord of the Rings, and this thing's so nice, it's always going to be on the end of my pins. And Whitewater's in beautiful shape too. Twilight Zone, you got a little bit of cabinet fade, and Whirlwind, the cabinet isn't in the best shape. So eventually this could use maybe new decals. I just didn't want to do it because I just wanted to play it. So this one will always be on the end of our pins, and when I get enough pins, we might have to move them to the other side of the basement because this wall ends right here. I can maybe fit 2 more, and also I got a vent right there, so I can't fit toppers up there. So if I end up getting more games with toppers, things will have to change. I don't like putting toppers on games unless they were factory, because then otherwise it's just fancy lights for no reason. So Whitewater, amazing original topper. Whirlwind started it all. That is the best topper you could possibly have. So those 2 games, they need toppers. Twilight Zone, I'm not going to add a topper to it. Lord of the Rings, I'm not going to add a topper. There's no reason, it's unnecessary. But let me, let's start a game. I'll show you guys. Oh yeah, flasher mod here, but you can see the light on the bare door here. You can hear the upgraded sound. Play with one hand here. There, up that ramp. All right. There's just a quick game starting. We will turn it off. Oh yeah, there's LEDs in the backboard as well, which I didn't show, but back there, two green and then alternating white and red, but This game's in incredible shape. I've been looking for one for a long time, and as you can tell, I'm pretty stoked to have it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a new pickup. This one was great because the guy only lived 30 minutes away. I threw it in the back of the car, came home, got it downstairs, set it up, and within an hour it was slid into place and ready to go. Really didn't have to do much. Like I said, the guy put new balls, rebuilt everything in January, so I don't think I'm gonna have to do anything until probably a while, because my pins don't really get too much play unless it's, you know, just me and my girlfriend playing. So that pretty much does it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys a quick update of my new game. So yep, Stern's Lord of the Rings from 2003. Excited to have it in the collection. I don't think we're ever gonna see it leave. So that'll probably be, funniest thing is, that was the most recent game that I picked up. It'll probably be the last one to go because I was finally able to afford one. Yeah, that'll probably be the last one to go. So that's just a quick update. Hopefully the next video will be a full arcade walkthrough of all the games that I have. So I gotta get someone to film that for me, and then we'll film and we'll walk through the entire thing. So that does it for this week's episode. Sorry about skipping last week, guys. Just too busy with other stuff going on. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.